Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I followed every rule, I've done everything right, so why do I feel so far from myself? You speak, you smile, you deliver exactly what's expected. But at night, when it's quiet, something inside you whispers, this isn't who I am. If that voice feels familiar, you're not alone. And maybe your mask is finally starting to crack. Amira works in data ethics, not exactly what she imagined doing as a child. But she believed in it. In protecting the invisible. In standing between code and consequence. She audited algorithms, systems that decided who got a loan, who received medical care, who got flagged as a risk. She wasn't just reviewing spreadsheets, she was looking for the people inside the numbers, the ones no one else noticed. Her insights were sharp, her logic, impeccable, her concern, genuine. But after each presentation came the same polite reply. Thank you. We'll revisit this next quarter. And then nothing. Amira began to adapt. She stripped out the emotion, rewrote her words to sound more neutral, more actionable, more acceptable. The reports looked perfect, efficient, clean. But one night, she stared at the glowing slide deck in front of her and didn't recognize her own language. She whispered, "When did I start speaking for them, instead of for what I believe in?" That was the moment she realized she hadn't been ignored. She had been heard, but not felt. And slowly, she had stopped feeling herself. Deep down, Amira always had a compass. It didn't point north, it pointed to truth. Not the truth you prove with numbers, but the kind you just know in your bones. A quiet, unwavering sense of, this matters, this doesn't, this is me. When the world measures efficiency, you measure integrity, and that's where the conflict begins. But over time, that compass got buried under polished floors, polite nods, and performance reviews. Her mind still danced, connecting things no one else saw, patterns, consequences, causes no one had mapped. One sentence in a data set could light up 5 questions in her mind: possibilities, risks, unseen futures. That was her gift. That was her fire. But the spark began to flicker. Not because she doubted the ideas, but because no one else seemed to want to follow them. And then came the wait, a kind of memory, without words. A loop she didn't choose but kept falling back into. She'd walk out of a meeting and feel a familiar ache in her chest. Not frustration, not anger, something older, like déjà vu, with shame. Why do I keep shrinking myself? Why do I always feel like I'm too much or not enough at the same time? So she did what she always did. She adjusted. Smoother, sharper, safer. Her documents became flawless, unemotional, professional, executable. And in that perfection, something sacred was lost. The voice that once guided her wasn't gone. Just muted, beneath layers of strategy and syntax. But one night, something cracked. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a quiet refusal. She opened a new document, and for the first time in months, she wrote exactly what she meant. Not polished, not optimized, just honest. She wrote about what the data didn't show, the people missing from the models, the lives that don't fit cleanly into rows and columns. The next day, she shared it in front of the same people, and for the first time, she didn't apologize for being human. This report may not be efficient, but it's the truth, and that's why it matters. No one clapped. No one pushed back. Just silence. But this time, it wasn't hers. We talk about creators as artists, but some creators shape silence, some shape systems, some shape the courage to say what others won't. If you're an INFP, maybe your gift isn't just your imagination. Maybe it's your refusal to betray what you know is right. Yes, the world will ask you to adjust, to become smoother, safer, easier to manage. But you weren't born to be efficient. You were born to be true. So I'll ask you, have you ever forgotten the sound of your own voice in the name of belonging? Drop your story in the comments. You're not the only one, and someone out there needs to hear it. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And remember, a mask can help you survive, but only your truth can help you live. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.